Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I hope you are doing well. Listen, we're going to have some fun tonight. Are we going to debunk Eric Worre and point out all the manipulation tactics? Of course we are, but tonight's theme is fun. So I hope you're ready because I have some new things that I can't wait to share with you. Before I even get into anything, let me run my disclaimer really quick and I'll be right back. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Kay Marie, and everybody else that's commenting. This is a very, very simple look. It's a brown liner that I filled in a little bit, and I paired it with my go-to that is in the video description. This is a lip gloss by Adriana Nicole Cosmetics. I do have her tagged. Subscribe to her channel. This is ethereal, and I also have the eyeshadow linked in the video description. Quick little things since we're talking about affiliate links and things like that. If you click on the little shopping cart that you'll see just kind of below here, above the title, somewhere around the title, it'll show all the products that I have linked. For example, I always have my Hydro Flask, excuse me. You can't see this a lot, but I use the Yeti mic, you know, and all the things that I love that you see throughout my videos. So click on that on the little shopping cart. Check it out if you want. And if not, that's totally cool too. I get it. Okay, funny you should mention this because thank you so much, Sally. I appreciate you. Earlier today, I did a get ready with me and did my full makeup look aside from the lips because I just added these with my members. So thanks. I got the jingle. Done. Thank you for your help, friend. I appreciate you so much and also love you. Okay. I'm very excited. I was just listening to Fireball. If you don't know, that's one of like Eric Worre's songs. That's why I put it in my stories. It was getting me in the mood to debunk what Eric says, also spill some tea. So get ready for that. Okay, ran the disclaimer, said hello. I hope you guys are doing well. I missed a member milestone. These are also linked. Just click the shopping cart button if you are interested. Danielle, member for 16 months. Thank you so much. I need to come up with a member milestone song. That might be the next thing. One step at a time. One step. Did I miss something? Oh, joining from the exercise bike. I rolled my ankle yesterday. Oh man, be very careful. Be very careful. ISIT, compression, elevation. I'm sure you know that. Also, Savannah said, so you guys have to do it. Like the stream. And she called y'all stinkers. And I'm here for it. Okay. Let's get this thing going. So in case you aren't sure who Eric Worre is, he is the man behind, that's not a compliment, Eric, relax. He's the man behind Network Marketing Pro and self-proclaimed MLM legend. And he's back with a Conversations Masterclass where he tells reps to treat every single human interaction like a $10,000 opportunity. And before we dive in, let me just set the stage for you guys. This is not just me reacting to some random MLM video on the internet, although I do love to do that as well. I've actually been to multiple Eric Worre events. I used to buy the VIP tickets. I've been in those audiences. In fact, I have to fix my chair. In some of the promo videos from like 2016, 2017, 2018, all the way through 2019, you might see me in some of those promo videos. I've been in his house for one of his mastermind events that I was invited to. I've watched him give financial advice about specific stocks for people to invest in, and I've seen how those masterminds really operate. So from my perspective, just since we're talking about the masterminds, those masterminds are not just about training. They also seem like a way for Eric to filter people who's spending money, who's bringing team members in, who's buying courses, and then deciding who gets elevated on his stage. And a lot of the new training he sells later feels like it's farmed straight from what attendees share during those mastermind sessions. And here's something else that I think matters, since I'm giving some background on all of this. Eric's track record is not just MLM coaching. In 2022, he signed on as a strategic coach for Omega Pro, a Dubai-based investment scheme that later collapsed and was exposed as a Ponzi scheme. He also funneled people into the trader's domain, another fraud structure that unraveled into a multi-billion-dollar Ponzi scheme. So when you look at the whole picture, it's not just about coaching and masterminds. There's a pattern of involvement, in my opinion, in systems that harm people financially. So understand this. When I break this masterclass, when I break it down, I'm not doing it from the outside looking in. I've been in that room. I've had some of these conversations. I've seen these systems up close. I've spoken to a lot of people that used to be close to Eric Worre, and I know how they operate. And today, we're going to pause at the cringiest and most manipulative moments. We're going to unpack them together and expose exactly why this isn't real training. And in case you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and check out my MLM Coaches playlist after this stream for more breakdowns of so-called leaders who make their money coaching, not building real businesses. Ugh, God. Before we do, you already know. If you've been a supporter of my channel, you already know we're going to do an ASMR moment, and I have something. I'm laughing already. I have something really fun that we're going to do. If you decide to send me a super chat and mention in the super chat that it's a Dr. Pepper fund, I may have created an AI song just for those specific super chats if you feel like you want to do that. So let's do an ASMR moment. If you've not tried the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream, let me do it like the makeup. The Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream, zero sugar, circa, I don't know when this was made. We'll say 2025. And if you haven't tried it, you should. So I have a jingle for Dr. Pepper Fund themed super chats. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, if you're a member, you also have a special bubbles emote. Rate it 1 through 10. 1 is 10 is okay. That was pretty crispy and bubbly. It's probably not going to be that great, but the pour, I need you to wait for the pour. Okay, that wasn't that great. And what also wasn't great is that it spilled a little bit on my keyboard. Not so great. This part, I hope you have your headphones in. Get ready. Oh, God. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. I love it. Now I noticed we have a couple Dr. Pepper Fund super chats. So let's hear the new jingle, shall we? I hope you guys love it. I'm sipping stars in a fizzy stream, a caramel river in my caffeine dream. It's a bop. And I'm feeling fine with a can of joy and a twist of time. Here's everybody. That song goes on for 2.5 minutes. So thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate you. And special shout out to Savannah for helping me with how to do that. So I hope that was fun. Delightfully cringe. I couldn't agree with you more, Robin. All right, let's get to what we're really here for. I mean, we are here for the fun, but let's get to debunking Eric Worre, shall we? I didn't even upload the video here. Man, talk about being a professional. My God. All right, live reactions, September live streams, and here we go. Okay, this video is 29 minutes roughly and some change. I'm just going to fast forward because he has a little countdown here. So there may be a jump scare with the volume. So just turn your volume down for a second because I don't know how loud he's going to be. DC, what's up? Also, shout out to DC who made the thumbnail. If you need thumbnail creations, she is your gal. Give her a hire. She's incredible. So creative, very good at what she does, and very easy to work with. I think this is the setting that I want to do. Let's give it a whirl.
VIPs are good. General admission's good. Good to see you. Hope translation's working well. And we have so many different Zoom rooms, etc. To be able to, I'm live on Instagram, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Facebook, just for like the first 15 minutes, give them a flavor. So hi Instagram. For everybody else, I'm really excited about this masterclass and teaching you and working with you on how to build a more successful network marketing business. I hope you're ready to take notes. All right. But before we do that, I'm just curious, will you just put in the chat what country you're connecting from?
Oh my God.
I see Botswana, UK, lots of UK, Holland, Romania.
Notice how there's not a lot of US. It's almost like people in the US have caught on to his scheming, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
England, Lithuania. My gosh, it's going so fast. Germany, Ireland, Belgium. I'm kind of like reading like the Matrix because it's going like 1,000 miles an hour. Austria, India, Cameroon, Kenya.
No America?
I mean, I can't even read it. It's going so fast. But anyway, welcome. Welcome. We're going to have a good time. We're going to spend about an hour here. And I'm going to start you on this process of you becoming a professional conversationalist and using conversation in order to be able to grow your business. So I want to ask you all a question. And this is going to be interactive. So whether you're watching online or whether you're watching in Zoom as actually in your back office with the dashboard and all that stuff, which I'd recommend.
Of course you'd recommend, because that's something that people have to buy, right, Eric? Of course. Yeah.
Because 15 minutes, the social media stuff's going to go away. Is how many of you, so I want you to play full out when I ask you a question. You know, be ready to type into the chat.
Play full out. What in the prove it is happening here? Make sure you have your cameras on, you know.
How many of you have ever started a conversation and that conversation changed your whole life? Put a 1 in the chat.
What?
Just a random conversation. But it absolutely changed everything. So lots and lots of ones. We all know this, right? We've all experienced this. We've all felt this. I developed a belief system early on in my network marketing career. You know what it was?
Sound?
Every conversation. This is my belief system. It's not a claim. I'm just telling you.
Oh, okay.
Every conversation is capable of helping me earn an extra $10,000 a month.
Really?
Really. That was my belief system. And it might not come from that person, but it might be somebody that they know. It might be somebody that they lead me to. It might be something that happens.
That was not planned, by the way. That was not planned.
Down the road. You might start a conversation and 2 years later it turns into something that grows your business. So what if that, here's a Jim Rohn question.
Oh,
what if that were true?
Meaning it's not?
That every conversation could lead you, because if you do it professionally, is it possible that every single conversation could lead you to growth, income, more success, however you want to define that level of success? It would, right? So what we're going to talk about is how to do that.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about what he's saying here. As far as every conversation being, having the potential to make somebody $10,000. Eric claims that every conversation could be, I think he worded it, could be worth $10,000 a month. That's not motivation. That's delusion. This is how MLM reps are trained to see every friend, coworker, and family member as a paycheck. So it's no wonder that these people lose relationships in these companies. They aren't failing at business. They're being taught to commodify their entire social circle, as we have seen time and time again. So the fact that he's saying all of this out loud is quite fascinating to me. I don't know, man. What do y'all think? That's wild.
And how to increase the value of the conversations, and how to increase your reach from starting those conversations and keeping them going. Okay, so we're going to do it together. This sounds like an oversimplified thing, conversations. Well, most of you, let me ask you a question, and this is, be honest, okay? Honest, pinky promise, honest.
Yeah, let's start with you, Eric. Let's start with you being honest. Tell us about that Ponzi scheme. Let's hear about that, because I don't think, has he even addressed that? Because I'm not sure that he has. At least I don't recall if he has or not. So if you guys know, let me know.
How many conversations have you started intentionally with a prospect for the first time in the last 30 days? Be honest.
What?
Honest. God is watching.
Ew. God is watching. That's a new one. Was God watching when you posted that picture of you flipping people off for whatever reason? Like that picture of him flipping the bird? That was weird. Do y'all remember that?
Now, second question. Do the number of those conversations line up with your dreams in your network marketing business? Yes or no? So we kind of know instinctively that we should be, and we could, and it's probably valuable, but then we find ourselves not doing it. Weird, right?
Weird.
So here's what I hope this will be for you. A start. Because once you get things moving, you'll tend to keep things moving. And if you get a little bit of confidence, a little bit of results, sometimes just a little bit of confidence is going to help you move your business forward in terms of results. But first thing I want to do, for those of you who are watching in your back office, invite your friends. There's a little button. If you can invite your team or your friends to the rest of this, there's a little button that you can, or a QR code that you can use. You can invite your friends, or networkmarketingpro.com/masterclass if you think other people on your team could benefit from this. And I would also tell you.
Can we just talk about how gross that is? He is an MLM coach, and there's people on here that are part of various multi-level marketing companies, and he's asking them to bring their team members into this so that he can pitch them his next thing, whether that's like a VIP thing or an event or a course or whatever. Oh, God.
As a show-up bonus for everybody who's registered and logged in to the Zooms, just for you showing up, we're going to give you all the slides that I go through over the course of the next hour. So take notes, because I think it'll help you retain. But also know if you miss something, we're going to send you all the slides. Okay? My gift to you. People who show up should get something, right? Part of being successful in this life is just showing up. Just actually doing something, right? So,
like scheming people or something. Blonde Mint 2006. Welcome. So glad that you joined. It's for you. Okay. I had it on repeat. My apologies. Welcome. I'm so glad that you joined. Make sure that you click the link to the Discord. You should see it now. And also for those of you that are members or thinking about becoming members, we're going to do an after party after this. It's a little bit more unhinged. I already have it redirected to that. Should be around 5:30 or so. So in the next hour and 10 minutes or so. It was a lot of fun last week. I'm looking forward to it again this week. So if you want to become a member, click the join button, or there's a link in the video description. And yeah, should be a good time.
I would also invite you, I'm looking at a VIP group over here, and I'm looking at a general admission group over there. I'd invite you to upgrade to VIP.
Of course.
I think you get a lot of value for that. VIP access to this. You get an additional bonus hour of hot seat coaching and Q&A today and tomorrow. You get a special 2-hour session on day 3 that nobody else has access to. You get the replay access of this entire masterclass today, plus the VIP tomorrow, plus the VIP and the VIP session on Thursday. And
when I attended these events, the VIP tickets were $1,000. $1,000. I thought I had like a Dr. Evil. I should get the $1 million soundbite. I don't have that. I wish I did. That would be perfect for this, wouldn't it? Next time.
It will also give you this workbook. This workbook right here is called the 100 Conversation Catalyst, and it will walk you through everything from icebreakers to scripts.
Oh my God.
Follow-up scripts. It will help you.
Someone's Monster member for 1 month. Yay, after party. Were you on it last week? Did you have fun? If you guys were on the after party and you're members, let me know. Let if you feel like sharing. Let everybody know what you thought of it last week.
You build your list, how to do things based on different social media platforms. The whole works. You know, if you're a beginner, if you're somebody who's been around for a while, all of this stuff, we will send this to you, right?
So it's a PDF. Got it. Here's where the real business kicks in. It's not about products. It's about upsells. VIP tickets, extra sessions, workbooks, replays. MLM coaches like Eric don't make their fortune from selling shakes or oils. They make it from selling these types of trainings on how to sell shakes and oils. The reps are not the customers. They're the product. And these uplines are bringing their entire team into this to be pitched to make money. And the sad part about this is that the majority of those people that are in these downlines are the ones that are in the red. They're the ones that are losing the most money. And their upline is probably, listen, this is not something that I've talked about a whole lot, but there was a time, and I don't know if that's currently happening now, but there was a time when uplines that were bringing their downlines into this and signing them up for specific programs, not everything, but specific programs, for example, the mastermind. And those uplines were getting some sort of a kickback for doing it. Allegedly. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
So if you'd like to become a VIP, you'll get access to that. If you're in already, you'll see there's a button. You can upgrade to VIP and gain access to day 3 and all the rest of the bonuses, and join the VIP Q&A. Okay? And I would also tell you this, and then we'll dive into the training. Last thing when it comes to announcements. When we're done, we're doing this for 3 total days, including the VIP third day on Thursday. On Friday, we're starting a 14-day conversation challenge. Okay? So I'm going to give you a jump start over these 3 days, and then 14 consecutive days, a simple 5-task thing every day.
When does the training start, Eric? This whole thing has just been a pitch for your next thing.
And anybody who finishes that challenge is going to get a free gift. It's going to be awesome. I'm not going to tell you what the gift is going to be.
Oh, okay.
But it's going to be awesome. And I'll let you know more about that later. Okay. So we don't need to get into that right this second. So let's get into the Conversation Masterclass. Conversation Masterclass.
Oh, here we go.
There's 4 things that we do in network marketing.
Okay.
4. Right? 4.
Let me guess. Sell a product, recruit people, get people to events, sell, recruit, Get people to events. I don't know what the fourth one is. What do you guys think the fourth one is? Is it a water bottle like the one you have? Oh, man.
4 things that we do. Number 1, we sell.
Okay.
We sell valuable products and services using word of mouth advertising. That's what we do. We sell.
Okay.
We help people get the benefit of our products.
Oh, God.
How many of you believe in your product or service? Put it 2 in the chat. If you firmly, absolutely in your heart believe it's a benefit and everybody should have access to it.
I mean, you can believe it's a benefit, but that doesn't mean that it's actually a benefit. It doesn't mean that it's actually doing something for other people. You can believe all you want, which I think is so interesting because Eric has these cornerstone trainings, like the 4 pillars of success. He comes up with these types of trainings, and it's like belief in yourself, belief in the company, belief in where you're going, and whatever else. And so he leans in heavily on that stuff because that's the only way to manipulate people into staying longer in the multi-level marketing company and staying longer buying his programs. Because it's like, well, if I just believe enough, and I buy the next thing and I keep showing up. Didn't he just say that at the beginning? Leaders, keep showing up or something like that. It's another catchphrase that he likes to use. Because if people are showing up, they're buying the courses. If they're buying the courses, Eric is still, making that money. Although I would love to see what his financials are like when it comes to what he was making from Network Marketing Pro and what he's making now. I just wonder the size of his staff, if it's the same as it was in like 2018, 2019. I just have so many questions. Are you still employing the same amount of people, Eric? Because last I checked, the turnover rate for people specifically in the social media department was excessive.
That helps, right? In letting people know. But how many of you are uncomfortable?
Oh, I bet he has duplicate in here too. Yeah, duplication is impossible in multi-level marketing based on the business model. It will never happen because the MLM math behind that business model is set up for a small percentage of people to win and the rest of the people to lose. That's how it's designed. So you can't duplicate. It's impossible. It's mathematically impossible, but they chase it. And he teaches people to chase it, but they're never going to grab that.
With this idea of sales, put a 3 in the chat. Yeah. So you believe in the product, but you're uncomfortable with the sales thing. Me too. I know exactly how you feel.
Right.
I'm not a comfortable salesperson. You know what I found out? I like selling ideas, but like if I had to sell this Sharpie to you for $1 or something, when you're watching the movie Wolf of Wall Street, he says, "Sell me this pen." I'm like, I'm out. Is
that why you got out of multi-level marketing, Eric? Because you found out an easier way to sell people on something that they could believe in? I find the language so fascinating.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play that game. Sell me this Sharpie. I don't want to play that game. No thanks. I'll give it to you. That's what some of you do with your products. You believe in it so much you give it to people. You won't even actually take the money because you're so uncomfortable in that mode. I needed to learn how to do that. Conversations helped me do it. Okay, really helped me so much. It's going to help you too. Okay, number 2, we recruit. We recruit and support an ever-expanding team of people who are also out there selling. Nothing happens in our business unless a sale happens, right? So all the recruiting does is gives us leverage. It allows us to be able to have more people potentially selling out in the marketplace.
The fact that they use the term leverage in this, everybody in multi-level marketing uses the word leverage. And what they mean by that is recruit people and have those people recruit people. We saw in the video on Monday from Tony Zalecki that I did. If you haven't checked that video out, check it out, maybe after this. And Tony was talking about, you just need a handful of runners and hundreds of people below them or around them, I think is how he worded that support them. That is leverage. You're leveraging other people in order to make more money for yourself. That's the term that they're using. That's how he's using it. Ugh.
And a little trick about our business is it's not about you doing unbelievable things. And it's not about you getting a small group of people to do outstanding things. It's not. It's about your ability to get a large group of people to do a few simple things consistently. Imagine thousands of people selling one product a week or one product a month.
Mia just walked in one moment. Hey, babe. I'm live.
So you're feeling better?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah. How's school? Okay.
Some work I have to do, but it's not really anything bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I found 2 organizations today. One of them I'm definitely going to join. The other one I don't know if I'm going to because it's aerospace.
That's cool.
Engineering. So that may be better because NASA's always going to be around. Things might kind of change.
Yeah. Well, don't say the organizations. I'll talk to you about it after that. Okay.
I'm just saying what they are, and it's just an electrical engineering one.
Okay. Electrical engineer in the making. Wild. Wild. I'll talk to you in a bit, sis. I'm glad you're home. Oh, by the way, we have a new member, Caitlin. Welcome. So glad that you're here. Where's my sound effect? Oh, there it is. It's for you. Wait, I don't feel like that was the full song. Let's run it back. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you click the link to join the Discord, and we'll see you in the after party directly after this. I see you, Lavender Rain. All right, back to the video here.
Versus you having to sell 1,000. It's so much less stress. Like, okay. So 1, we sell. 2, we recruit. And we support those people, of course. Number 3, we duplicate. Now we're starting into a business where we want to get more people to do it. There's leverage connected to growing our business. We duplicate. Number 4, we lead. We lead the people that we build, this network that we build. And we increase their productivity based upon our leadership. And you know what the job of a leader is? Those of you who would like to become a leader, and if you
tell us,
I didn't think of myself as a leader when I first joined network marketing. I learned that if I didn't become one, there was a cap to my income. And
right, because you can't make significant income in multi-level marketing unless you have a pretty substantial team. I love how he words this, and he tells us exactly how it is in multi-level marketing, but he spins it in a way where it's a little bit more appealing for people. It's not as jarring. It's not as predatory sounding. It's so fascinating to watch this now. The amount of events that I have attended from this man and the amount of trainings that I have seen, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. To be on the other side of it and to be watching this and to see him spin it is like, it's unreal. It's unreal. Guys, new AI Dr. Pepper song. Are you guys dancing to this too? I'm sipping stars in a fizzy stream. A caramel river in my caffeine dream. Thank you, Elaine. Life's a bubble and I'm sounds like Britney. Fine with a can of joy and a twist of time. Dr. Pepper dreams, they're fueling my schemes. Every super chat, it's sweeter than it seems. Pour it up, let it flow, keep the bubbles in tow. Dr. Pepper dreams, oh, they're all I know. Oh, so good. Thank you again, Elaine. I appreciate you. And also, we're going to talk about this here shortly. So hang tight on that. But thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Welcome to the new members. Yeah, the jingle was fun. The members voted. I had like probably 8 songs that I created, and this is the one that they picked. So very, very exciting. Definitely Britney Spears vibes for sure, which I'm not mad at because she is a queen.
Was not happy with the cap. So, and a lot of this is just mental tricks. Okay. And here's the mental trick. Leadership is just getting people to do a little bit more than they were going to do.
Oh.
Today, I'm going to help you do more, have more conversations than you were going to have. That's what's going to happen today. And over the course of these 3 days, I'm going to cause you to do more than you were going to do. Probably more than you've done the last 90 days. And if you accept the 14-day challenge when we're done with these 3 days, I will help you become consistent, more consistent than you were going to be. And that's really the game.
The game.
Somebody's going to do a little bit, get to do a little bit more. Oh,
interesting.
They're going to do a lot. Let's get them to be amazing. For me, that took the pressure off. Just realizing my job is not to turn them into black belts. My job is to get them to take one step.
Oh my God. Megan, member for 23 months. Thank you so much. Eric reminds me of a sentient wet blanket, just damp and icky. And you know what? I couldn't agree with you more. Also, did I see something else? Hold on a second. I missed something here. Monica, 5 memberships. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Welcome to all the new members. I also have some new sound effects that I've been dying to use, so we shall see.
And then another step, and then another step. See what I mean? So those are the 4 things that we do. Now, all business, if you're going to write anything in your notes, this needs to...
Oh, wait, let me go back because I have some notes. He lays out the 4 jobs in multi-level marketing: sell, recruit, duplicate, and lead. But notice how quickly this shifts away from selling products and straight into recruitment. Duplication is, in my opinion, just a polite way of saying pyramid growth. And leadership, that's about keeping people on the hamster wheel long enough to keep buying packs and paying fees. Come on.
Be front and center everywhere in your life. All business is conversation. All business is conversation. If you're not having conversation, you're not in business. All business is conversation.
I don't think so. I don't agree with that. But I do want to talk about his point on leadership. I got ahead of myself a little bit. Eric says leadership is getting people to do a little bit more than what they were going to do. And in multi-level marketing, that usually means one more kit, one more recruit, one more event ticket, something along those lines. And it may sound harmless to some people, but in my opinion, I believe this is grooming people to overextend themselves while believing that they just aren't trying hard enough. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, side note, before we continue, I have a serious question for you guys. It has nothing to do with tonight. Nothing to do with this at all. I just want to see if any of you have watched this documentary on Netflix, and I'll tell you why. Have you seen the Unknown Caller high school catfish show on Netflix? Let me know in the comments a yes or a no or a I'm scared to watch it, I'm not sure, whatever. Let me know in the comments if you have watched that, because I have watched it twice. Once on my own, and then once with once with Mia and once with my husband. If you have not watched it, I definitely think you should watch it. I'm not going to give any spoilers, and please don't give any spoilers in the comments. Please don't do that. I recorded a video today on it, so that's going to be coming in the very near future. It was wild. It was shocking. It was a plot twist that I did not see coming. It was a plot twist. I was laying in bed because sometimes before I go to bed, I watch a little TV and hang out and kind of decompress, probably like a lot of you. And I was watching it, And when the plot twist hit, and again, don't give spoilers. When the plot twist hit, I shot up out of bed like, you have got to be kidding me. So I highly suggest you watch it. It's called Unknown Caller. It's on Netflix. It's probably trending in the top 10. It just came out on the 29th. If you don't have Netflix, I'm going to be doing a video on that. So that'll be coming out very soon. It was wild. It was wild. So highly suggest watching it. And if not, I'll catch you guys up on the video. Okay, let's get back to Eric. That was just a side note. I just wanted to check and see. I also put up a reel and a TikTok on it the other day, whatever day that was. All right, let's get back to this.
That's got to be like the golden rule for you. And even for duplication, Caroline, my problem is duplication. Well,
yeah.
If you can get your team to start more conversations, you can begin the process.
Okay, but if you're having more conversations, that doesn't mean those conversations are going to convert. And I'm sure his big argument here would be, well, if they're having more conversations, they're closer to converting them than they would be if they're not having the conversations. But again, this is unpaid labor that we talk about in multi-level marketing companies, whether we're talking about creating content or any of those things that come along with it, being part of the advertising team for the MLM company that they're typically not getting paid. They're typically paying to be a part of it, which is absolutely wild to me, especially knowing what I know now and the things that I used to do when I was in multi-level marketing. So that doesn't mean just by having more conversations that they're going to convert more people or convert more sales or recruit more people. So again, it's asking people to do more work and not be paid for their time. If you were on the advertising team for one of these companies and your job, let's just say a social media manager, your job was to reach out to influencers, or your job was to reach out to people for affiliates or things of that nature, you would be getting paid for reaching out to people. But in multi-level marketing, you spend so much time messaging people, whether you're responding to comments on a live stream or a post or whatever, you're spending all this time in the hopes that you make a sale, and it just doesn't happen for a lot of people.
Of duplication.
I see what you did there. Also, I see what you did there, and I like it.
Huh. Can we really boil it down that much? Yep, we can. So our goal is to teach, in this masterclass, teach you how to start as many conversations as possible, keep them going until the door opens for you to naturally introduce your product or business opportunity to your prospects. You agree that's a good goal? How many are good with that goal? Put a 7 in the chat if you're good with that goal.
I missed this. Brandy, I'm so sorry. Why sell pens when you can sell pyramids? You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Brandy. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, you good? All right, fantastic. So I use this example. If there was a funnel, like a funnel like you use for cooking, maybe you don't use it for cooking, but like for when you put oil in the car, a funnel. And if you took like a drop of honey and you just dropped a drop of honey on the side of that funnel, will it go through to the bottom? Will it come out the bottom?
They always have the weirdest analogies. Let's talk about this all businesses conversation thing. I feel like he's hoping that if he says it enough, it'll become a legitimate chant from people that follow him. In legitimate businesses, yes, conversations matter, but so do products, systems, and actual customers. If your entire model is just endless conversations with no real outside sales, you don't have a business. You have a recruiting chain. Filling the funnel. I mean, saying the quiet parts out loud, I guess.
Yes or no? Answer, no. It will not. Honey, you drop it on that side of that funnel, it's just going to dry up and get all crusty. You say, well, what if I drop a drop once a day? Will it go through? No. You'll just have a big crusty funnel. Eventually get clogged up. Like some of you have gotten clogged up. Talking to one person.
What? Clogged up. Sir, what are you talking about? What are we doing? Oh my God.
Here, one person there, and you're all clogged up. You got a big crusty business. Sorry for the analogy, but you know what I mean? So what you've got to do.
Okay. Okay, wait. If you're putting one drop of honey in a funnel every day for 365 days, is that going to get crusty? Does he not see what honey looks like when it's stored in its container, you know, like the little bear container? It's sticky. It's not, I don't feel like it necessarily gets crusty. So what a weird example. Is it just me? Does honey get crusty? What a weird conversation. This is so weird. Oh man. I mean, honey's pretty resilient, right? He really thinks he's doing something here. Oh man, it's so weird. Oh, I guess if you leave it long enough, it'll crystallize. Okay. It can crystallize, but you just heat it up to melt that. It crystallizes. Okay. I wouldn't call that crusty. I mean, I would call his training crusty. I am in a mood tonight. Good Lord.
Is fill it. Now, if I took this thing is filled with honey and I poured it into the funnel, poured it in, is it going to flow through? Yes. Is it all going to flow through? No. There's going to be some that dries up. But if I pour it fast, do I have a better chance of it going through versus pouring it slow? Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to jumpstart your conversations.
Wow, it's almost like this is very similar to Recruit 30 People in 30 Days, one of his programs where you are just mass messaging and setting up appointments, and it's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. It's almost like this is a version of that that's just kind of repackaged with different terminology. Do y'all remember that program that he had? Recruit 30 People in 30 Days. It was, I should see if I still have that. It might be on my other computer. I'll have to look.
With quantity, and we'll do it together. So your network is your net worth. This is really, really important. And most of you don't have a quality problem. Most of you have a quantity problem. You could.
Does that seem backwards to anybody else? Because don't they say things like, you know, this is for anybody can do this. How do they word it? Hold on. Let me go back into my Hun days. They'll say things like, anybody can do this, but it's not for everybody. Those types of cliches. And the way that he's wording this, let me pull it back up on screen. The way that he's wording this is the opposite of what I feel like it's been pitched. You know, it used to be you're looking for quality people, but now all of a sudden, oh no, it's about quantity. It's giving desperation. It's giving, hey, you know, the industry is hurting, so we've got to get more people in the industry. That's what this is giving to me. And it's, I don't know. It just seems backwards to me. Because I remember being coached to interview people. That's why you see some of these people. Take Kelsey Ray, for example. Kelsey Ray is like, yeah, fill out the interview form. There's no interview happening. If you have a credit card, she's going to sign you up. That's how it used to be. But now it's like, oh, now you just message everybody. You know, there's going to be quality in there. Just message everybody. This is just so weird. Thank you so much for the super chat, DC. I appreciate you so much. You need quantity because you can't get to the top without stepping on a lot of people to build your bank account. You know what?
Another one.
Appreciate you so much. And DJ Khaled, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, DC. I appreciate you. And I agree with you. I mean, you cannot make it to the top of multi-level marketing in any company unless you have a large team. You are going to have to recruit people. And the statistics show that the majority of people in multi-level marketing are never going to make any money. They're never going to make any money, but you're on Eric's stage bragging about all this money that you're making while your team is in the audience buying tickets or programs from Eric Worre that you may or may not have gotten a kickback for selling those things to, so that you can get on stage and present yourself to other people so that they see you, they follow you on social media, and they join your team. It's this incestual recruiting pool between companies, even though Eric's like, we don't do any recruiting here. Yes, they do. Yes, they absolutely do. People jump from company to company, team to team leader to team leader. It is this feeding frenzy, even though he's like, we don't talk about our company. We don't recruit other people here. This is a safe space. No, it's not. No, it's not.
But you don't. We already talked about how many did you? How many conversations did you have in the last 30 days? Did that line up? Does it line up with your goals? No, doesn't. I got to tell you a story. Not to get specific.
Please tell us.
Spiritually, but there's
I have the perfect sound effect for this.
An analogy I want to give you.
Okay.
I just had a couple that I recorded a podcast with. $1 million earners in our profession. They came down to Las Vegas, and in their faith, the children go on like teenagers, when they get out of high school, they go on a 2-year mission. And they were both from this particular religion. So they both went on a mission trip, right? And I asked them about that experience because I was curious.
I'm not making fun of religion. Believe what you want to believe, or don't believe what you don't want to believe. I'm just trying to make light of the situation because I think that what's coming up is going to be really disgusting. So hopefully that made you giggle just a little bit, because that was the point of that sound effect.
I said, so what do you do for these 2 years? We just talk to people. That's all you do, talk to people. Yeah, and you try and sit down and have a conversation with people. And if you're successful, then somebody will get baptized and join the church.
Thank you.
Okay. So how many, these are 18, 19-year-olds. How many conversations a day on average? Just conversations. And they were like, oh, it's a lot. Like, well, how many? Be conservative. At least 100 a day. 100 every day. How many people would you actually have a conversation with that would turn into more than, hello, how are you? And it would be an actual back and forth conversation. About 20 a day. So I did the math. In 2 years.
Did you?
That's something in the neighborhood of 72,000 conversations. 72,000 conversations in a country where they don't know anybody, in a language that they don't speak well. 72,000 conversations. And of that 72,000, about 15,000 actual quote-unquote presentations. And the husband had a little bit more than the wife, but the husband, guess how many people got baptized as a result of 72,000 conversations and approximately 20 or 15,000 presentations? 35. And that was considered a smashing success. He was given prizes for that. He was given recognition for that. He was rewarded for, emotionally rewarded for that. So I want to ask you this, like, whoa, yeah, they learn the language, but it might not be their first language, Connie, right? So, whoa. What would happen to your network marketing business if you had 100 conversations a day that turned into 20 presentations a day?
A day?
How sad would you be if you only had 35 people after 2 years full time? We're expecting, I want 2 out of 20, or I want 2 out of 10, I want 3 out of 10. Instead of 0.002 or something?
It's actually 0.05. Him comparing MLM recruiting to religious missions, bragging about 72,000 conversations leading to just 35 baptisms is a wild false equivalence fallacy. That is a 0.05% success rate. Any real business would call that a failure, but Eric reframes it as proof that you need more quantity. That's what he's getting ready to go into. This is how MLMs normalize failure, by spinning terrible odds into inspiration. We've seen him change the language. How do I want to word this? We've seen him put his spin in this video alone on the language that to somebody outside of MLM, they'd be like, that sounds terrible. That sounds like I'm going to be doing all of this work and I'm not getting paid for it. And he spins it in a way where it's inspiring to people. This is where I think it's important. If you're watching this and you're somebody that's an Eric Worre or network marketing pro stan, listen, remove the goggles, take the filter off, and really think about this. What are you doing on a daily basis, and how much money are you really making? If you're making anything, because we know the statistics in multi-level marketing. And so knowing that, and knowing that this guy is selling these programs with these inspirational catchphrases, spinning these stories as if it's something that would inspire people to stay longer, is absolutely unbelievable. If you're in multi-level marketing and you're paying this guy, you should stop, in my opinion. He's filling you a bunch of fluff and leading you into the next upsell, whether it's his VIP program or his event or the mastermind that's tens of thousands of dollars for the year. I think it was like $50,000 a year or something like that. I didn't look for the updated numbers for this. Excuse me. But it's absolutely ridiculous. So you're already in multi-level marketing. If this is you watching, you're already in multi-level marketing. You're already not making any money, and then you're paying a coach to teach you how to be better at selling and recruiting people in an industry that's dying before our very eyes. It makes no sense. Why am I thinking of DJ Quick, Dollars and Cents right now? If you know that song, you are definitely my people. Let me know if you know that. Put let's do MLM style. Put a money bag in the comments if you know that song, Dollars and Cents by DJ Quick.
So what I'm telling you is you've got a quantity problem. All of you have a quantity problem.
All of you.
You could start conversations. You're just not starting enough. So the goal, here's the goal, is to start a conversation and then keep it going. Start a conversation. It's like hitting a ball over the net.
Oh, God.
They respond. Now we got a game. You hit it back. They respond. You hit it back. Your goal is to keep the conversation going as long as you possibly can.
I hate this so much. It's such a waste of time. Ugh. I was thinking about this as I was reaching out to people that are interested in working with me as a personal trainer. So one of the things that I did today, I'll get to a point, I promise. One of the things that I did today was I reached out to people that have filled out that form. And when I was writing these emails and figuring out how I wanted to go about it, I didn't want there to be any weird, how do I want to word this? I didn't want there to be any holes in the information that I was giving. I wanted to be upfront. I wanted to tell people how it works, what it costs, how I like, what forms of payment I accept. And I remember as I was typing this out and, telling them how it works and stuff. And okay, the next step is to set up a FaceTime where I can get your medical history and medications, injuries, surgeries, mobility limitations, things of that nature. I was remembering this kind of back and forth when I was in MLM and keeping the conversation going. And what a disservice that was. How disrespectful to my time and their time. If somebody is looking to you for a product, a service, or something along those lines, give them the information. Just put the information out there and let them make their decision. Maybe they don't get back to you. That's okay. Maybe they get back to you with question. That's okay. Maybe they get back to you and they're like, hey, let's freaking do this. That's fantastic. But this back and forth, who can waste each other's time more is just, ugh. I was going to email you today, Brandy. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you are somebody that's interested in working with me as your personal trainer, go to my website, erinbees.com. It's linked in the video description as well. I really wanted to be transparent because of training like this. I guess that's what I wanted to say. That's the whole point of the story. I wanted people to have all of the information that they needed to decide if I was the right person for the job, if it was in their budget, if the way that I have things set up for people, if that is something that works for them, if it makes sense for them. And then they make the decision and they go from there. But this back and forth, who can keep the conversation going the longest wins, is so freaking weird and such a waste of time. Sorry about my rant. Okay, let's get back to this.
Keep it appropriate, but keep the conversation happening. If all business conversation, if at any moment a person could be very valuable to you, either themselves or somebody that you know or that they know could be very valuable to you, you need to start more conversations than you're currently starting, and you need to keep more conversations going. This is not as hard as you think. We do it all day, every day in our normal life, but then when we join our network marketing company, now we're all like,
thanks, Kathleen.
Frozen. It's just like, it's still the same. It's aiming towards something ultimately, because I asked you how many believe in your products. Absolutely. Yes, 100%. How many believe in your opportunity? Put a 3 in the chat if you believe in your financial opportunity that your company provides.
You can't, because of the statistics behind multi-level marketing. There's no way that you can say, oh, I believe in this, because I don't care where you're at in the pyramid of multi-level marketing. Well, let me just say, especially if you're somewhere at the top or close to the top, you know that the majority of your team is not winning. And the way that the reason that you know that is through those conversations. If somebody is like, hey, I don't have the money to get to this next event, it's a private conversation. We're having a hard time, paying our bills and this and that. And then that leader is going to come back and say, well, I didn't realize you need this more than I realized you did. And then they're going to work with them, manipulate them to figure out how they can get that person at the event. These leaders, these people at the top of these pyramids or close to the top of the pyramids, I would say even mid-tier of the pyramid, they know that these people are not making money. Because of those conversations, because of those stories. They know, because somebody will say, oh, well, this product is on sale. I wanted to make sure that I grabbed it because, whatever, limited time offer or whatever. So I put it on my credit card. These leaders know this. They know these stories. So when they get up on Eric's stage and they're prancing around on stage talking about they made 6 and 7 figures and telling their inspirational stories, and their team is in their audience, or their team is in the audience, they know. And I've talked about this before, and I'm going to talk about it again because it's been a long time since I've mentioned this, specifically the crossroads. I believe, and I experienced, that once you get to a certain point in multi-level marketing, you have a certain amount of team members, you get to this crossroads where you start to realize what it is that you're participating in, and that, yes, you're successful on paper. Maybe you're making some money, even as a top leader in the company. But you come to the realization that the people below you that you love and respect dearly are not making any money, but they're ordering the products. They're going to the events. They're following everything that you are telling them to do. And you come to this realization that, oh my God, they're not winning, but I'm winning. And that crossroads is, you're either okay with that and you decide to press on and focus on your goals and keep showing up for the trainings and, doing whatever to keep your team around longer, or you get out and you speak out and you stop manipulating people. And that's the crossroads. These people on Eric's stage, they know. They absolutely know. And they're continuing to be okay with it. And they're continuing to bring their team members to these events that can't afford the event so that they can get on stage and tell their story. And oh my God, our team is so amazing. Your team is going broke so that you can benefit. It's disgusting.
So your belief is there. Your conviction is there. But people don't know what you have. And why do they not know what you have?
Because you're not having conversations. Okay.
Pretty basic stuff.
He thinks he's doing something
so
here.
We're going to start the conversations, keep it going. I'm going to let online people, will give them 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. And then
I see what he's doing here.
Us. It's really fun.
Oh, yeah, it looks fun.
We're having fun, right?
Yeah.
So networkmarketingpro.com/masterclass. Join for free. Okay. So how to engage in conversations. Let me give you some advice. Everybody just take a deep breath.
Why?
Just relax. This should not be scary.
I thought this was fun. Eric, you just pitched this like it was fun. Now you're telling everybody to take a deep breath. Like what you talked about has been so stressful. Which is it?
It should not be freaky. This is like actual normal thing.
Oh my God.
How do you engage in conversations? First thing I want you to do is forget that you have a product and forget that you have a business. For now. Just forget. Just put that over here. Your product, your business over there somewhere. Somebody wants to put the QR code, put in the chat or whatever, or throw the QR code back up so they can invite people. Put that you have a product or a business. Just put it over there for a while. Get it out of your head. And I want you to just start a conversation. And guess where most conversations are going to start? My phone's here, so in 2 minutes I'll show you with my phone. Where are most conversations starting today? Your phone, right? Would you agree? Not for Glenda? It's not you. That's not where yours start? Well, that's where the world starts theirs. Okay? You might start it face-to-face. You might start it on the phone. But we live in a world where if you call somebody without texting first, it's kind of rude. Isn't that weird? You like, what? Is there something? You remember when your phone used to ring, you used to get excited? Remember when you had ringtones? Like your phone would make songs and stuff when somebody called you? And you actually got excited that somebody calls? Now, it's kind of annoying. Who is calling me? It's probably some like telemarketer or something. Hate it.
Or some MLM are trying to sell you products you don't need. And recruiting you into something that is failing, that you're going to lose money. It's absolutely vile, and I hate it. We have a new member, though, and I love that. Welcome to Savvy Cat. What a cute picture. We love cats around here. Welcome. Appreciate you so much, and make sure you join the Discord, and I'll see you in the after party here shortly that we're doing for members only. Very exciting. Very exciting.
But if somebody texts first, hey, you available? You have a second? Then it's no problem. You can call all day. Okay? All right. So it's going to just start on your phone. And we're going to start today on your phone. All I want you to do is start. And when it says start, I just mean say hello.
Oh, right.
I'm going to give you categories of people, and I just want you to say hello.
Okay, before he gives categories of people, because it probably came from his recruit 30 people in 30 days, where you're making, I think he called it a memory jogger list, where you're writing down everybody and there's different categories. So I'm sure that's where he's pulling this from. But let's revisit where he said at the beginning of this part, forget about your product, forget about your business, which we know it's not a business. I've talked about this before. The products are just props. The real game is recruitment. And it's wild because it's like, this is another perfect example of how do I want to word this? How he admits it in plain language, but spins it like it's inspirational to his MLM audience. I don't know. It's just odd. I feel like this is going to get weird. I feel like this right here. Also, listen, I am not a graphic design expert, and there are many people who are much better at that in the chat currently, like DC. Hire her to do your thumbnails, by the way. Why are there so many of these? Why is there, and they're just like floating there in midair. There's no dimension. There's no, they're just there to take up space. I mean, and why is there 10 of them? Are there 10 categories of people that he's going to go through? God, please tell me there's not 10 categories of people. Oh my God.
Hi, start a conversation any way you want. If it's a good friend, some of them, just for fun, you can send an insult. Some of them you can send a meme. Some of them you can send a period. It's all you have to send a period, just a dot.
What?
And they're like, what the heck's up with the dot? Right? You now have a conversation. So
That's freaking weird.
put into the chat. I want you to just type into the chat what I'm telling you to do. Say hi. Type it into the chat. Say hi. Just hi. Sorry.
Man, nothing like some engagement farming. As he's live on all of the social media platforms. Hey, don't forget, tell me, just drop a hi in the comments. This is so weird. What's the matter, Eric? Your engagement dropping significantly? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Simon says.
Ew.
Hi. However you do it, all right? Now say, what's new? Question mark. Now type that one in.
Oh, God,
really
so
hard.
awkward.
So hard. Oh, my gosh. You exhausted yet? This is tiring. Oh, brutal. Send 3 question marks right next to each other. 3 question marks. Send a dot, just a period.
Oh, he he really thinks he's doing something here. He really thinks he's clever. Hey, Eric, what top leader did you get this from? Because straight to jail. Because what? Send a dot, send 3 question marks. This is, Hey. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's hear what else he has to say.
Okay, we're gonna up your skill level. Send a fire emoji. Send I don't know what the difference is between the red heart and the pink heart, but I know that there must be a difference.
The color?
So
what?
Maybe send a pink heart. Is that like less in love? Or just, can you send a thumbs up?
Oh God.
Right? Can you send a goofy smiley face emoji? Come on, Susan Levinson. I want to see if you find a goofy smiley face emoji. All of these will start a conversation. Super easy. And it can be.
And then once people figure out what you're doing, they're going to be really pissed. Let's say that somebody gets, unfortunately, recruited for this conversation, and then they attend this training, and they find out that their friend sent them a fire emoji in order to start the conversation, and they realize, hang on a second, my friend used this very thing on me to recruit me into this. And you're not going to think that's weird. They're going to think that that is weird because it's weird. Oh, God.
Be fun. Could you see a meme that makes you laugh and just think about who's 5 people I could send this meme to?
Ew.
Yeah. So.
This song is for Eric.
I've just now proven to you that you're able to start conversations.
I feel like there's a fine line between having a conversation with somebody that you love and respect and having a conversation with the underlying intention to sell them your MLM company's product and or recruit them onto your team. It's very easy to start a conversation for a lot of people, not everybody, when there's no underlying motive to it. But when you assign some kind of personally or personal gain type motive, of course conversations are going to be hard, because how do you hide that that's really your intention from sending somebody the fire emoji or a goofy smiley face or, send them a period, send them a dot. Once people figure that out, they're like, ew, this is gross. And then if they attend the training, see all my notes from just a few minutes ago. I just think that this is so gross. I have never seen him so desperate in my life. This is your training. This is your training. Send people a fire emoji. Next, he's going to tell people, send them a reminder. I don't want to give him ideas. Send just your random friends and family a reminder to your next event. And when they're like, hey, what is this? Did you mean to send this to me? Oh, no, I didn't mean to send this to you. But if you want to attend, you're more than welcome. Sorry about that. I could see that being a thing too. Just disgusting, dude. I hate this.
So we're going to say goodbye to our social. Hey, social people, come join us. It's really fun. Networkmarketingpro.com /
Goodbye. Done with you. I've seen what I needed to see. I feel like that's a sound effect I need. Okay. So him suggesting starting conversations by sending a dot or 3 question marks or just a random fire emoji. Imagine, and I know I've already kind of covered this, but I'm still flabbergasted by this. Imagine being on the receiving end of that. It's spammy, it's awkward, it's unprofessional. And if your $1 million coaching boils down to text people a period, maybe the problem is the model itself. And then at the end of that, that's the real funnel. And the freebie, push people to the website, upsell them into the VIP sessions and challenges, and the cycle never ends with him. The real product is not lotions or potions. The product is Eric monetizing hope from people who are already losing money in multi-level marketing. This masterclass is the perfect case study in how MLM coaches specifically keep people chasing an impossible dream. Eric's business is not about products or customers or building sustainable income. It's about keeping reps convinced that success is just one more conversation, one more upgrade, one more recruit away. And when that fails, there's another workbook, another VIP package, another mastermind, another event that he's going to try and sell you because, that last thing didn't work. Let's try this. And I want to be clear from where I'm coming from. I've been in those VIP seats. Some of you have been in those VIP seats. I've been in Eric Worre's house. I've watched those mastermind trainings. I've watched him tell people, okay, these are 6, 7, 8-figure earners or whatever, get up in the front of the room and give us your best stuff. That's literally what he did. He's got cameras all over his house, recording all of it so he can content farm, in my opinion. And from my perspective, again, those masterminds are less about teaching and more about, just like I said, farming ideas that he can later resell as new training. And the payoff for that is he features these people on stage. And when he features these people on stage, they're going to recruit, more than likely, from that audience. That's just my opinion, though. The whole getting chosen to speak on stage, I feel like it's not about skill. It looks and feels more to me like who's spending the most money? How many team members are they bringing into this funnel? How much revenue they generate in his system? It's not about leadership development, in my opinion. It's about monetization of the people already struggling to make MLM work, and it's not going to work. And let's not ignore his history. As I said at the beginning of this, Eric didn't just run masterminds and training events. He also aligned himself with Ponzi schemes. He signed on with Omega Pro, which collapsed as a Ponzi, and helped funnel people into the trader's domain, which also fell apart as a massive fraud. That's not a footnote. That's part of the pattern, in my opinion. And if your MLM coach has ties to Ponzi frauds, that context kind of matters. And Eric, carbonation, my apologies. Eric is not the only one. Look at John and Nadia Melton. They brand themselves as MLM coaches, but in reality, that coaching is just a funnel into whatever MLM they happen to be with at the time. It's not mentorship. It's recruitment disguised as coaching. This is why I say MLM coaching is not usually a sign of success. And in my opinion, the people who pivot into coaching are the ones who could not sustain the grind of constant recruiting. They found a different hustle, selling hope back to the very people who are still stuck inside. So if you take nothing else from today, let it be this. Conversations do not equal profit. And the real business model for Eric Worre and others just like him is not MLM success. It's selling masterminds, courses, VIP tickets, and even Ponzi schemes to people desperate for results. And I also find it interesting how none of Eric Worre's history in multi-level marketing is readily available. It's almost like he's gone to such great lengths to scrub the internet of the companies that he's been a part of. You won't hear him mention it. But if you were so successful, I feel like you would want that to be part of your shtick. Hey, I was in the top, blah, 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 blah. I made this much money. I recruited this many people. And I decided I wanted to package that up and teach people how to do that as well. But he won't talk about his history. He won't talk about the companies that he was a part of. You'll never hear that from him. And I find that really interesting. It's almost like maybe he wasn't that successful in multi-level marketing. I mean, I have heard him talk about his story where he says that he stole his dad's Rolodex and started calling anybody and everybody in that Rolodex. Y'all remember the old school Rolodexes? And that's how he started in whatever MLM, but he'll never disclose it. And I find that interesting. Again, that should be part of your story. Where did you get this packaging from for this network marketing pro? It should have been from success in multi-level marketing, right? Oh, no, I don't know. I just find that suspicious. Y'all let me know what you think. And again, if you guys found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the stream, subscribe to my channel, check out my MLM coaches playlist for more deep dives into so-called leaders who profit from coaching instead of building real businesses. And if you're a member, stick around, because here in just a couple minutes, we are heading straight into the members only after party, where we can decompress from the shenanigans, be a little less filtered, have a lot more of a relaxed conversation about everything that we just watched. And if you're not a member, YouTube might still show you this video. So take it as your invitation. We would love to see you over there. Members get after parties like this, early access to content, a community that calls out MLM lies together. And I I hope to see you guys over there. Thanks for being here. Thanks for liking. Welcome to all the new members. Thank you for all the super chats. I hope you enjoyed all the new sounds, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.